So a couple things I want to talk about today. We're going to touch on a few things, but my presentation is actually split up in 2 days. So we're going to kind of go over a few key things today relative to the holiday, because this is really all about the holiday. Then tomorrow I'm going to split off and do a few different things. So today it's really about some of the key drivers, new items and initiatives, some of the things we're doing with minis and gifting. We'll walk you guys through as the merchants do, because today's really about all the product. It's all the exciting stuff that's going on. So I don't want to pull it down. Then we're going to talk a lot, and you're going to hear this, and this is a little bit touching on Marilyn's slide where we really walk through. You saw those pillars up there, those guys holding those up, and it's about how to get more with core. And we're going to be playing a lot into that. You'll see a lot of the examples that we're going to be talking about throughout the day and a little bit when we walk the Concord store. And then tomorrow, you guys get another bit of me because we're going to do a quick walk of the Concord store. Give you some more of the tasting updates from the popcorn and some of the other stuff we went through and some of those brave souls that did all those hot sauces yesterday. And then we'll go and talk, I'll give a presentation, really some of the more tactical stuff, just an update on some of the food integration initiatives that we're working on with our parent company. And then kind of the whole, it's a presentation I gave, Barry touched on it yesterday, which is a whole state of the beverage industry. So I want to go over that with you guys, which is informing us on a lot of things you're going to see tidbits of over the next 2 days. So we'll circle back. I just wanted to kind of give the structure and the outline. So today's pretty quick, mostly about product. What I wanted to show you here, and again, you know, we're the unit people. We sell a ton of pieces. And what I really wanted to show and illustrate, kind of like the monthly unit sales, and this was 2012, an annualized number just in pure units, and to show the acceleration and the ramp that we have November, December. And I don't think you guys all experience it, you feel it, but I don't think you see it graphically like this and how much that product accelerates during that period of time. But here's another take to that. Of the monthly ramp we do, let's get this going, this is the ramp of just the core items. Okay? This is not the seasonal shop. We always spend a lot of time at this meeting and talking about all the things. We talk about Niagara's, Panettone, Stollen, Pandoro, all those holiday items. They're going to take care of themselves. We do, you know, Mel and his team have done will always do a fantastic job on how we present the center of the store. Really, a lot of the things when we talked about how we wanted to kind of go into the business this year, what really happens to our core aisles. This is the time, you know, we always know we have those annual customers on how much of the center of the store move during that period of time, take care of themselves, regardless of the marketing cadence we do. But don't ignore the core aisles. I mean, we do so much business in those core sets, and we'll talk about that as we go and look at, you know, whether it's olives during right before Thanksgiving, olives before Christmas, and then obviously the New Year's week. So that's why I wanted to make sure we touch this. This is kind of the ramp on the 7 days prior to Christmas. Okay, just kind of showing how we ramp up with that. Graphically, it's not a big, and this was year over year, 2011 over 2012. 2011 is the blue lines, and 2012 is where we were on the 7 days prior to Christmas. And these are just total from a food unit driving. And then here's the core ramp to that. So it's almost parallel. We sell so much of the core everyday items, not even seasonally related, whether it's salami, some of the cheeses, the spices. Obviously, we'll talk a lot about minis later. But these, you know, that's where we drive so much of our again, core business. We drive so much out of there. That requires maintenance. You know, one of the things, the takeaway we want you guys to have is, you know, what type of things we can keep to keep these things in sections filled. Some of the things the merchants have done over the years to keep it simpler for you, whether we look at how we cluster price points. Obviously, Laura Shar and the IM team on how we flow the product to you so we don't overwhelm you. But all those, especially for the new DM, well, one new DM that's new to the company, you know how high the top stock gets, but it's pretty alarming to some that haven't experienced it, how fast that stuff comes to it actually sell through. And what we try to do is make it really organized for you on how we flow it. And we see the best of class stores in how get a big gauge on how well the store is going to run and operate through the holiday when I go visit stores, whether with the DMs or not. When you see that is how orderly that top stock is. You go to the best class stores and you see top stock very orderly by price, by section, not just like a Jenga puzzle, you know, everything up there. So that's something we always look to. We try to do our part. We even look at case packs, but all we do the price points to make sure things can flow for you guys. These are the 3 days before Christmas, just on a unit velocity. Again, everything's done in units because we can't show numbers dollar-wise, but I wanted to show you as we move through. And obviously the day before Christmas is New Year or Christmas Eve, so with the limited hours where we are. But we drive a lot of pieces during that period of time. Remember, the food division is, when you net out the whole annualized year, it is on a total dollar sales still the largest division, very close to the others. However, it has the lowest average ticket. It's under $4, you guys. So you know how many millions of pieces we sell. So again, this is the 3 days before Christmas 2012 versus 2011. Jumping a little forward, now we want to talk about after Christmas and what we do, which is really the other holiday. You know, we talk about Christmas and all the gifting and all that acceleration. We've talked about this for years since I've been here, where we said, you know, we have another holiday, guys. We got another ramp at this stuff. And it's the unit velocity we have in the 6 days prior to New Year's Eve. It's another holiday. We've talked a lot of this. Shar and I anguished a lot last year as we were looking to how the product flowed and where we did. And we have to really make sure we're cognizant of timing with you guys on making sure that the product's there, it doesn't overwhelm you prior to, so that you can get through it, but then we can't sell off empty shelves the next week, because it's not like we have zero business during that week. Same thing, core sales, the gap between Christmas and New Year's. The velocity's still there, you guys. It's all in those runs. All those things that are, you know, sometimes, you know, we always, what was the common phrase we used to use? Rebuild Rome every night. Well, if you look at how we used to run in some of our stores, you know, the best and highest comping stores have been the stores that really, it's not, the center of shop keeps collapsing. It was, we used to say, you know, just keeps moving in and collapsing. And Mel and the whole visual team have done a great job as we work towards the plans and bringing that all together. But, you know, there's a ton of businesses back in those everyday runs. Great opportunity for rotation too, you guys, as you know, because that's when we get the chance to clean up a lot of product. Whoops, did I jump ahead? So the other point to that, really, I want to show is, as we look towards core, the key holidays that come after, because we have New Year's Eve from the food side, food and wine side, and a lot of business. This is all related to food and wine. But also, don't remember the holidays after, which we still pull, are heavy entertaining we talk about. You know, we have, obviously, after Christmas, we have New Year's. Lunar New Year, we make that bigger and a big, important branding statement of what we have. And for those of you who remember that were at the dinner last week, or last spring when we gave out the thing, you know, this year will be Year of the Horse. So, and the Lunar New Year date is January 31st, this 2014. Then we have Super Bowl. The actual date is Feb 2. So we know how we do with all the snacking and entertaining items that we do for Super Bowl. And then Mardi Gras, well, that's out in March 4th. You know, we set that somewhere in that gap. So we set that early and all that. So really wanted to make sure we know, you know, there's exit strategies for all this stuff that we have. One of the things we're very conscious of this year is the merchants work their assortment to really make sure we kept an eye on liability goods, but we didn't want to make, or as Laura would say, the big L liability product. But there are a lot of products that can carry over, and we have very clean sell-throughs as we move through because we have these other opportunities to sell those products. Okay?